Hi, I'm David Thiel, and this is the Youth with a Mission Perth Kitchen. We're doing a series of videos, and today I'm going to talk about how to clean a bench. Now you think anybody could clean a bench, but there's actually a way we do it here, and that's an organizational policy, and it will differ from venue to venue, but hopefully this will give you something that is workable in your situation. Now, because of the sanitizer we use, and just because of the reality of this is how a kitchen works, we do a two-step cleaning process. Everything is first cleaned and then sanitized. Cleaned means removing any particles, dirts, oils, or fats that are on a surface that we're cleaning, and that doesn't necessarily kill any bacteria or deactivate any viruses, but the sanitizing process that comes afterwards finishes the job. And by doing a two-step process, we can assure ourselves of a safe working surface. Now, what you want to do is have hot soapy water, because Mom was right. Hot soapy water is how you clean everything. So what I've done is I've prepared a hot tap water solution with dish soap, and we just sort of wipe every bench that we use before you use it for anything, and after you use a bench for anything, and first thing in the morning, the first person who comes in should clean every bench. Now, the thing about soapy water is if you have too much soap residue, you're leaving a bench that's clean except for soap. So if you find that you're scrubbing and you're leaving behind bubbles, you've probably got too much soap in your solution. So you don't really want that, because the sad thing is that even though you might have cleaned away dirt and grease and grime, the soap bubbles can actually protect viruses and bacteria. They're actually hidden behind it, and the sanitizer spray basically can't reach to do what it's supposed to do, which is kill things and deactivate things. So the key element with washing a bench is not just to make it soapy, but to leave it completely clean and damp. So I'm just going to get rid of these soap bubbles as best I can, and then we'll have another go at a solution that I made that's not quite so concentrated. And this actually does matter, because not only do you risk leaving bacteria and viruses underneath a soap that aren't sanitized because of the chemical interaction, you leave the potential of someone's salad being once again pine fresh or whatever flavor your dish soap is. And we don't really want them to taste our dish soap, do we? You shouldn't see suds behind. You should see suds in your bucket, but no suds on the bench. So once your bench is cleaned, and you'll notice when you clean, I've got the front of my hand here, and I'll do it slowly. I'm actually just pushing dirt forward so that there's always dirt collecting here, and I'm leaving clean behind me. I call that creating certainty, and that's a key element in cleaning. You want to know that it's clean behind you. If I do this, dirt just moves in a circle. But if I do this, I'm pushing the dirt off to the edge of the table. Now be kind. Don't then sweep it onto the floor, sweep it into your hand. Now I don't have the sink with me right here. It's not a great shot for the camera, but every time we wipe a bench in this kitchen, your soapy water bucket is actually going to be over by the sink, and you'd rinse off your cloth and any of the particle debris that it's picked up, and you bring your towel out before you put it back in the soapy water bucket. Otherwise, you're putting dirt in your soapy water bucket for the next person, and occasionally it means you're putting, raw chicken juice back into the soapy water bucket for the next person. So once again, same as the sanitizer, or we're slightly different. Soapy water bucket is only good as long as it stays warm. So that's why I use a nice small bucket. If you put your fingers in and it's not warm anymore, you make a fresh soapy water bucket. So these are all the considerations we have for cleaning a bench. First thing in the morning, before you begin a task on a bench, and after you finish a task. The last thing you do after you clean it, and it's nice and clean and wet, is you spray your sanitizer solution as though it only costs about 4 cents to refill the bottle. Because in fact, it only costs about 4 cents to refill the bottle. And that's all for today.
Benches should be cleaned by hot soapy water. Don't leave soap residue on the benches. Use effective wiping techniques. Sanitize wet benches. Don't dry them. Replace soap buckets that have gone cold.